In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7, d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the d4 and e5 squares. d5 takes space in the center, attacks the e4 pawn, and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. Knight c3 develops the knight toward the center, defends the e4 pawn, and attacks the d5 pawn. Bishop g4 develops the bishop and pins the knight on f3. h3 attacks the bishop on g4, forcing black to either retreat or exchange the bishop. Bishop takes f3 captures the knight and attacks the queen. Queen takes f3 captures the bishop, develops the queen, and supports the e4 pawn. Knight gf6 develops the knight toward the center, supports the d5 pawn, and attacks the e4 pawn. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This prepares the bishop for development. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. This is not the right idea. The opening development is progressing well. This threatens to kick a knight. Very precise. This allows the opponent to kick a knight. This misses an opportunity to kick a knight. This permits the opponent to kick a bishop. This allows the opponent to counterattack an opposing knight. This misses an opportunity to counterattack an opposing knight. Recaptures. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. Takes back. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. This kicks a queen. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. Right on target. This is the strongest option. Claiming space advantage on the king's side. This creates a counter threat against the queen, as opposed to retreating. This moves the queen to safety. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This blocks an attack on a pawn. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. One of the best moves. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This moves the pawn to safety. Very precise. This permits the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a rook. This attacks a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This wins a tempo by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This threatens to win material through a tactic. This stops the opponent from being able to win material through a tactic. Takes back. This defends the attacked pawn. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-on trades. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This threatens to win a rook by adding pressure to a pinned piece. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a rook by adding pressure to a pinned piece. This is a fair move. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. This move puts the queen on a safer square. Black's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control. Right on target. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This defends a queen that was under attack and had no defenders. That's fine. This loses a bishop. This misses an opportunity to win material through a tactic. There were worse moves, but also something much better. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This is the strongest option. This attacks Black's pawn chain. The game was close to balanced, but now White has a winning position. This is the only good move. This moves the rook to safety. This evades the check from the rook. Ignoring the threat on the bishop, a difficult move to see. This misses an opportunity to capture a free bishop. This gives away a free bishop. This overlooks an opportunity to capture a free bishop. This overlooks an opportunity to win material through a tactic. Very precise. This threatens to win a pawn through a fork, pushing a passed pawn. Right on target. This makes a passed pawn. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This overlooks a better way to move a rook to safety. This steps away from the checking rook. A solid choice. This is the strongest option. A very strong play. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. Very precise. This overlooks an opportunity to move a piece to safety. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. Right on target. This is the strongest option. Very precise. This moves the rook to safety. This steps away from the checking rook, pushing a passed pawn. Right on target. One of the best moves. A solid choice. This is a fair move. This is the strongest option. Very precise. Right on target. This is the strongest option. Very precise. This move puts the rook on a safer square. A very strong play. Right on target. This evades the check from the rook. This defends the attacked pawn. This evades the check from the rook. This is the strongest option. This steps away from the checking rook. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. That's fine. This move puts the rook on a safer square. The game is still close to equal, but white lost their advantage. The game was close to equal, but now black is in a losing position. Very precise. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This loses a pawn. This is the way to win a pawn. This move puts the rook on a safer square. Applying pressure to black's pawn chain. Right on target. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. This steps away from the checking pawn. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This prevents the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. This is the only move that works. This evades the check from the rook. This permits the opponent to force eventual checkmate. This forces an eventual checkmate. This moves the rook to safety. This continues down the road to checkmate. This is the strongest option. This continues the checkmate threat.